and a super good morning to each and every single one of you from my normal park here in the city of Grenada. As you can see behind me, slightly dappled clouds and otherwise cold blue sky. Temperatures already up into the mid-30s, and we only at 10:30 in the morning. This will not be one of my longest videos ever, simply because writing productivity wise, not that much to report. I've done, bearing in mind that currently I'm doing my romance novels as 9 chapters plus an epilogue. During the course of this past week, I've written the first 7 chapters of a new novella. So the first 8. So I've got chapter 9 and the epilogue still to write. And so with that, I can say new novella nearly finished. Aside from that, I was planning to be knocking out the third in my series of Pride Month poems. However, that project has hit a bit of a snag because with each of the poems I do a whole lot of detailed journal work to be able to get behind the actual emotions that I'm wanting to convey in the poem. Poem number 2 took 10,500 words of internal reflection to get to the nuggets of what I needed to share in that specific poem. And for the third poem in the series, which deals with shame and guilt, I'm already at 11,000 words, and it feels like I'm not even halfway into the depth of emotions that I'm needing to access and get the emotional nuggets out that I'm needing to convey in the poem to get the full impact. So as a result, the third poem of the series has not published this week, but doing 12,000 words worth of work in the process of putting that poem together is, I would say, a fair amount of creativity. And then on top of that, doing the first 8 chapters, the new novella, which takes me to about 12,000 words in that. So since last week Sunday, 24,000 words worth of content written, plus additional journal work, emotional reflection work. But the new poem is probably going to be staying exactly where it is at the moment, because today's Sunday, in 3 days' time on Wednesday, I've got a therapy session coming up, and I need to do a whole lot of internal reflection work in my journal to be able to get a degree of clarity on what I'm most urgently feeling the need to work through during therapy. Something else, sorry if my eyes look slightly raccoonish. I suppose the backlighting doesn't help either. I went for the Pride March that happened the night before last. I went slightly heavy on the waterproof mascara, and even though I did a reasonably good job of the makeup removal process, there's still a little bit of residue which is flaking off at the moment. So raccoon eyes after effect of going heavy on waterproof mascara. There we go, you can see. Anyway, that's where we are at the moment. Sunday morning, and getting ready to have a touch of breakfast and get the morning run done for the day. And with that, I'm going to say cheers till next week Sunday. Speak to you soon. Stay healthy, and in this heat, stay hydrated. Bye.